What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the chronically charismatic Dr. Disaster, and it turns out there are consequences to insulting a fan base repeatedly. Disney Lucasfilm have tried to guilt us and fool us into liking what they are doing, but now the fans have struck back.
Be a good little fella now and open the door.
A franchise like Star Wars doesn't leave the fan base many ways to provide feedback, so when an opportunity comes along, we take advantage of it. This time, the focus of our energies seems to be Rotten Tomatoes, where the current Acolyte audience score has dropped to a laughable 27% at the time of this recording. Predictably, the mainstream media have begun circling the wagons for Lucasfilm, saying that those mean old Star Wars fans are review bombing the noble Acolyte show. But every time I look, the score drops another percentage point because nobody gives a shit about their pity farming.
Shut up! Oh my god, I don't care!
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and also, make sure you follow me over on Twitter where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. In any event, as I said before, Rotten Tomatoes is at a 27% audience score currently, which is funny as hell to me because the modern audience that they made this for just isn't coming to save them. How many times in the past several years have the mainstream media referred to us as a vocal minority of Star Wars fans? Those of us who dislike what Star Wars has been doing for the past few years have been constantly referred to as a vocal minority. But if that were true, if we were just a teensy little minority, then the modern audience should be able to easily swoop in and save their precious corporate masters from this embarrassment.
Here I come to save the day.
But they can't do it because the true minority are the bozos still interested in Disney Star Wars. That is the puny little minority of Star Wars fans.
You have no power here.
But let's have a laugh and see what these journalists have to say about us. We're going to read about it in this article from CBR. The Acolyte gets review bombed, setting unfortunate Star Wars record.
Oh no. Anyway.
The scores from critics and the audience are very far apart for the new Star Wars series, The Acolyte. However, while the series is not without its criticism, its rough audience scores may be partly due to review bombing. Well, let me throw this out there, idiot. What if, and I'm just spitballing here, but what if it isn't us, the thousands of people voicing our displeasure at what's going on with the franchise that are wrong? What if it's you that is the vocal minority? What if it's you that is wrong? Clearly, in my mind, the review bombing, as you call it, is coming from the movie critics. The media no longer do their job of defending the public from bad movies and shows. Now, their function is to protect the filmmakers from the audience. They are the ones who are changing what they actually think of the show in order to fit a narrative. They are the ones doing the review bombing.
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
On Rotten Tomatoes, The Acolyte is sitting high with critics, earning an approval rating of 93% after debuting its first 2 episodes on Disney+. Once again, I have to point out, this writer has no problem with 93% score on Rotten Tomatoes. The writer has no problem with an abnormally high score like that. Nope, it's gotta be our fault, the audience. And on that note, they say, meanwhile, the audience score is much, much lower, sitting at 31%. This officially makes The Acolyte the Star Wars title with the lowest audience rating ever on Rotten Tomatoes. It was also given a user score of a low 4.1 on Metacritic. Per Screen Rant, the series appears to have fallen victim to a review bombing campaign. Review bombing is the process of intentionally dragging down a movie or TV show's audience score by posting multiple reviews with the lowest rating possible, oftentimes from trolls who haven't actually seen it. Many of the reviews for The Acolyte appear to be AI generated with only basic plot synopses and nothing substantial or unique written. Why would someone need to AI generate a response on Rotten Tomatoes? Most of these reviews are like a couple sentences long. This is asinine. Anyway, much of the half-star reviews from the audience on Rotten Tomatoes are also from brand new accounts, which could be another sign that the Star Wars show is getting review bombed. Or, maybe people just hate this show so much that they created an account on Rotten Tomatoes just to review this one show. If anything, that should stand as a testament to how awful The Acolyte is. But immediately, these people start dreaming up conspiracy theories. But once again, I will reiterate that if we were truly the minority of fans, then this would be very easy for Disney buttlickers to counteract, but they can't do it. I fully expect the media to begin claiming that these are just Russian bots again. That was their excuse when The Last Jedi came out several years ago. But the article continues, showcasing the writer's complete lack of awareness, saying critics are usually more favorable to Star Wars shows than audiences. Critics tend to give higher marks to Star Wars shows compared to the audience score at Rotten Tomatoes, though The Acolyte by far has the biggest divide. The third season of The Mandalorian was met with more negative reviews from the audience than previous seasons, as it has an audience score of 51% compared to the 85% approval rating. Obi-Wan Kenobi was also given an 82% approval rating, with the audience score falling to 62%. This isn't helping your case, you idiot. You are literally pointing out that the critics are out of touch with the audience.
You just don't get it, do you? You don't.
Lucasfilm execs were expecting to see a certain degree of criticism. President Kathleen Kennedy said she had already observed attacks leveled against the show and showrunner Leslie Headland ahead of its premiere. She attributed this to how the male-heavy fan base of Star Wars typically results in a heavier backlash against the projects that come from female creators or focus on female characters. And there it is, an admission from the queen of jackassery herself that Star Wars was always a male franchise. They've mutated it into this pseudo-female IP that really just serves as Kennedy's vanity project. And including this information in the article is moronic because, once again, it highlights the disparity between the actual audience, what the actual audience wants, and whatever the hell Disney is courting now. But of course, what the writer is trying to do here is what these troglodytes always try to do. They are pity farming. They are trying to harvest pity from the soft touches who will read this and go, "Aw, those poor women and minorities, they just wanted to make a Star Wars show." But those mean old Star Wars fans are saying they don't like it.
You asshole.
They're trying to bypass context and the crux and substance of our actual legitimate complaints by using the victim card, but I don't think that works like it used to. However, I'm going to leave it there. What do you think about this, folks? Are the people who don't like The Acolyte just a vocal minority? Or are the critics and the Disney defenders out there just clueless and out of touch? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty